Okay, so I screwed up. This should be my last video for tonight. So I went through my videos trying to count them to get ready to post them, and I came across a reminder video about knowing what you can and can't do and biting off more than you can chew. That happened to be a Facebook post that I made earlier today before I went into my job in that green outfit. This thing. It belonged to my dad. So, what the hell is in my pocket? Sorry. Maybe it wasn't my pocket. Okay, it wasn't. It was the zipper feeling through the butt of the pants. Okay, so here's the thing. Knowing what you can and can't do and don't bite off more than you can chew. Everybody has a limitation. Or at least we have been taught that we have limitations. And they're always telling you to know your limitations. So let me quote Batman, Bruce Wayne, from the cartoon, voiced by, damn it, I want to say his last name is Conroy, but I can't remember. Anyway, the guy who talked for Bruce Wayne in all the cartoons. One time, Batman, something happened, and somebody said, Batman, you should know your limitations. And he replied with, I have no limitations. So, and way back in another episode, same guy talking for Batman, but a totally different Batman cartoon where Batman was blind by the Penguin. So he'd have an apparatus on his head so you could see infrared because he was totally blind. And him and the Penguin were fighting, and the Penguin had copped out to the old saying about you're as blind as a bat and you're completely defenseless. And Batman replied with, got one right. I am blind as a bat, but I am not completely defenseless. And then I got to thinking about Daredevil, because Daredevil's always been blind, except for like in a couple of what ifs. What if Daredevil had sight? He was a totally different guy. He was no longer the man without fear because he could see how high he'd be fighting up and stuff, and he had fear of heights or some shit. I can't remember how that what if went. I had the book, and I think somebody might have stolen it. But anyway, it was a what if where Daredevil was no longer blind. And he stopped being the man without fear because he became the man with logic and started thinking, whoa, this guy's jumping to get away from me. I'm not going to make that jump. Yeah, it was kind of like that. And it's probably been retconned because What If is a pretty good series. And if Marvel gets to a What If show, I would love to be the watcher, but I'm not cutting off my hair. Anyway, y'all got special effects for that. Point being, this video is about knowing your limitations. Alright, so before my hip replacement, before my army days, I viewed the world the way Bruce Wayne viewed the world. I have no limitations. So when my leg got repurposed and I got this hip replacement, I tried to explain that to the doctors. And what they gave me the option was, here's how this works, James. If you start doing Kung Fu fresh off of your hip replacement, you'll be back in here. And you may have to have your shit cut the fuck off. Because we're not going to fix it if you break it again. So for 4 years, I did not do 1 ounce of martial arts. Every now and again, I might have snuck some in. But to be honest, that was just to see if I could still kick my leg, because this was my base leg. I never really used it for many kicks unless I was doing my left sequence tornado kick attack. So and then when I used to do wushu, same sequence, but it would do tornado with the wushu landing. Yes, the one Jackie Chan used in Rumble in the Bronx where he landed on the pool table. That one. So, for those who have no fucking idea, the abstract landings that you have to do on wushu, I would say if I was a girl, it would be better for me because they don't have a whole lot of things to flop on and do damage down here. Whereas a guy, certain wushu landings, man, if you're not wearing some kind of protection, you're gonna be hurt, some kind of bad. And since I couldn't do certain wushu landings, but I could do that wushu landing, it kind of hurt me that they took that wushu landing out of my repertoire. And I am now no longer able to do that because I usually land on my base leg. And now I can attempt this one, but this hip replacement has been on hiatus for 4 years. I'm trying to go until I'm like 50, 55 before I have to get my other hip replacement. If I can make it that long, That will give me time to have a sustainable martial art career if it ever takes off, and I will be able to do the things that I used to be able to do. That is plan number one. So I'm doing minimum stuff. No, I'm not saying I'm limiting myself, but I'm kind of putting a limit on some of the stuff that I'm allowing myself to do. Like I said, Wushu's out. No flying aerial stuff if I can help it. If somebody's going for the foot sweep and I can do an aerial over them without it like connecting with them, doing a training session or whatever, that's fine. But as far as me practicing it over and over and over again, no, because impact on my leg kind of stings a bit. So, knowing your limitations and not biting off more than you can chew. We all have some limitations, whether it be physical or mental. Most of us have more physical limitations than mental limitations. Because mentally, I have no limitations. Okay, I have some depression stuff that kicks in every now and again, but I'm working on that. But as far as physical, the only reason I have limitations is because I had to get a hip replacement, and that kind of put it down to where you love what you do, but you have to make a choice. Do you continue to do what you love, or do you not do what you love and you build your body back up so that you can continue to do what you love? So for the 4 years, I have been spending time trying to build my body back up, and then I hit a bout of depression, so I lost a lot of weight, and I'm working on gaining my weight back. The doctors say I'm not allowed to go over 125 pounds, so my ultimate goal is to stop at 125, 130, and I want to make it all muscle. Look at this pooch right here, but it's a tight shirt, so you can't really tell. It's pushing everything down. But, I want to get one thing perfectly clear. You are only limited to the limitations that you put on yourself. So you have to know your limits. If you have reached your physical limit and you have been tested, like battle tested, that this is your physical limit, then that is your physical limit. I have been straight told, James, you are not allowed to run. You can jog, but that's all we want you to do. We don't want you doing high impact anything. So I have running shoes. The first day they told me I could jog, I went to the store and bought these running shoes. And I said, if I can jog, they didn't say how fast. They just said I can jog. So I don't jog. I do martial arts. I should probably train in jogging just to get my speed back up, but I'm kind of scared that I'm going to fuck something up, so I don't jog. Although, granted, I'm going to probably try getting back into that. I don't have a jogging partner, and it's also cold outside, and I don't have money to join a membership of a gym. So that's kind of a bit of a problem. However, there is a gym at Piedmont, at school in which I attend, but they don't have a track, so I can't really run around the track. I can run around the school, but that I mentioned it's cold outside, and me and cold, we don't really function very well. So up until February, there's going to be some problems with my old ass, and it's not really going to be something that I'm really proud to say. However, I'm not going to give up. That is not an option. As they told me when I joined the Army, your rule number 1 is you will always place the mission first. Rule number 2 is you will never quit. Rule number 3 is you will never accept defeat. And rule number 4 is that you will never leave a fallen comrade. So, keeping my warrior ethos in mind, I'm going to keep fighting. And I'm hopefully going to learn that I'm not biting off more than I can chew, but I'm trying to reach my limitations. The thing about that is, if I have to push someone else's limitations to their max, then I'm going to do it. Because I know that in turn, they're going to push my limitations to my max. And then I'm going to go over that. Because just when I think I've had enough, I'm going to keep going. Now, back in my 20s, people would spar with me. They would hate me because they could not keep me down. I was the never say die mixed guy. And I'm going to come back to being that. I am going to prove that I am the king of the impossible. And I'm going to do what I need to do. So, here's to that. And thank you guys for watching. Know your limitations. Don't bite off more than you can chew. This is Kung Fu Havoc number 2. Be seeing you.